Hello, welcome to my channel, and this is a tutorial for how to use my Cricut graphics. Okay, this is our Cricut dashboard. Okay, this is the dashboard, and then over here too, this is where our data is coming from. We've already set all these things up. Okay, so this is exactly what we have here, very nicely. Okay, and I also have my data. Okay, these are my Excel data. We've done the setup and we've done everything all together. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're going to go through it and see how it works. And remember, there are few things that will be done here. Okay, as I said earlier, this section will not demand anything much. All that you need to do is select and click. Okay, preview what you have and show, but the main job will be done on the Excel sheet. That is where data will be added. Okay, so all the data on this Excel sheet is connected directly. Okay, it is connected directly to the vMix graphics that we have over here. So we're going to start. Okay, so before we start this tournament, everything, as I said earlier, everything, or before we start this graphics, everything is coming from the Excel sheet. So we start with the teams. Okay, so let's fill in our teams. We have empty teams. On the team section, we have the team and then the team names. Okay, on the dashboard, as I said earlier, we are not going to touch anything on the dashboard. The only thing we'll be doing on this dashboard is to decide on how many overs we want. Okay, so maybe we can say we are doing 20 overs, so I mean T20 of course. So, and remember, I have batting first and bowling first. Batting first, when the team decide to bat first, this is where the team information will be. Okay, the team batting first, this is where the information is going to be. And then when a bowling team, this is where the bowling team information is also going to be. Okay, so this is very easy, and by the time we're done with it, you see how easy this project is. We have batting second. Okay, that is the second play. Okay, when we are doing the second play, this is where the other informations are going to come from. And we also have bowling. Okay, bowling second. Okay, but this section, don't even bother coming here. All the sections, you will not even touch it. Okay, so let's fill in the data and we'll go through to see what it is. Okay, let's say Pakistan, PAK, okay, and India, IND. Okay, and then we come here again and then we type. Okay, so just follow exactly what I'm doing, and we come here, we type the full name, we say India, and then we come here, we say Pakistan. Okay, so that is what we have here. We have our Indian team and then the Pakistan team. You see, immediately I type all these ones, you see it is filling up these gaps. That is why I said it is not all sections that you will be editing. You see, it is filling all these gaps. So we go to the venue, and then the venue we say Bangladesh. I don't know whether it's correct or something. I don't know. Or Bombay. Okay, Bombay. Sorry if I spelled it wrong. And we have another section over here that I call flags. Okay, flags. We need to input their flags here, and this is how we add the flags. Go to your folder where your files are, where you downloaded the files. So this is where the flags are. So we go to the flags and we say the first line was Pakistan. So we look for Pakistan here. I think this is Pakistan flag. We select it, we go to home, and we copy path. I don't know how you're going to copy your path though, but this is what I do. Very easy. So we come here, we look at the first line is Pakistan, and we will paste. Just Control V and paste it there. Forget about this long thing over here, but just ignore it if you have to ignore it. And then we go to the Indian flag. Let's go and look for the Indian flag. This is the Indian flag. We copy path, we come back there and we paste the Indian flag. Okay, let's change this color to white so that we won't see it extended. Oh no, let me choose the color back and choose this one as white. Okay, I just want to avoid that long, seeing that long text. Okay, so that is it. We have this thing over here, so we can save it. And remember, if you check from this section, okay, if you check from this section, it has also given us the logos here, okay, the flags here. The flags has populated the section. The next thing to do is to add the team players, and when you go to the projects that you downloaded, there is a section here. Let's go to the Excel data, and I have created a temp player names. Okay, just let's copy them. Okay, we copy them. We have two of them. We have Indian and then Pakistan. Okay, so let's the first line is Pakistan, so let's look for Pakistan players. And remember, it is about 11 players. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, 11 players. So this is what I will do. I can select all of them like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Make sure it is exactly 11. Okay, or you can copy them one by one, but I want to copy all at once. Okay, so I paste it. Okay, see, all of them are intact. Then we go back there to the same data here. We have Indian team. We copy it, we come to the Indian section and we paste it here. Okay, so immediately we paste, as you can see, it populates here. Okay, so this section is done. This section is where we add the data. So after adding the data, nothing else. This section, as I said earlier, don't even touch it. Don't edit this section. This is the next section. This is where the dashboard is. This is the dashboard itself. And as I said earlier, we are doing a T20, so let's change the name to T20. Okay, so we say MIXV T20 tournament, and the date is constant. The date is automatical. Okay, so the only thing we'll change is our overs. Let's say 20 overs. Okay, we'll increase our overs to 20 overs. And after that, we have, as you can see, we have the names we added here. We have Pakistan, we have India. Okay, and before every game starts, there is a toss. This is where we set up, we make the toss. Remember, we started from the first data. We started from the first section over here. We've moved to the dashboard. Okay, so do exactly what I'm doing. So we are going to decide on which team will win the toss and decide to bat first. Most of the times, all the teams decide to bat first. When they win the toss, they will definitely decide to bat first. So we go here and we say that maybe after the toss, after all the toss, we say Pakistan won the toss. Okay, so immediately we select Pakistan won the toss. We can see over here Pakistan, that is Pak, won the toss, chose to bat first. Okay, but when we also select Indian, it says Indian won the toss and chose to bat first. Let's say Indian won the toss and chose to bat first. This project will give you the access to set a team to bat first. We have our teams, we have Pakistan and Indian right there. Okay, so we say Indian won the toss and decided to bat first, so we hit on the bat on India. Okay, so immediately we hit on bat on India. You see all this information swaps. Okay, let me hit it again. Okay, you see it swaps. So India is going to bat first and then Pakistan is going to bowl. Okay, so we have decided on this. And when we say Pakistan won the toss and decide to bat first, we come here and select Pakistan to bat first, and you see Pakistan will be first here. But at this time we want Indian to bat first, so let's select Indian bat first, and we select Indian bats, and India decide to bat first. Okay, so let's save this. And remember, the only thing we did over here was 1, to type the name of the tournament, and 2, number of overs we need, and then also to decide on the toss, who won the toss, okay, and then also to decide on which team bats first. That's all. That is the only thing we do on this section. So the game will be starting, and immediately we go to the button first. Okay, this is where we add the data. This is where we add the information. Okay, this is where we add the information. Because we said Indian will bat first, we can see Indian's name over here, IND. Okay, and then we'll go to the bowling first. We also see Pakistan here. Okay, so it's just as simple as that. Forget about the color, but that is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. So Indian here, and then Pakistan is bowling. Okay, that is what we see over here. Okay, so our dashboard is set already for the tournament to start, and we're going to start and select first. We're going to select the batting first teams, the teams that are going to bat first. So we select the batting first team. You see, immediately we click over here, we are supposed to see all the Indian teams here. Okay, all the Indian teams here. So we go here and we select let's say Rahan. Okay, and then we select, these are the teams that are going to bat first. We select the next team, next player, maybe Pujara. We select Pujara. So these are the two players who are going to bat first, and we go to the bowling first. Okay, we go to the bowling first, then we go down here. This is the exact place. Okay, when you see all these gray sections, you don't type anything over there. Where you type is where I have indicated that type here. Okay, update scores here. So we are going to decide on the bowling players. So let's say the first player to bowl is Asif Ali. Okay, Asif Ali will bowl first. Immediately I select Asif Ali pops up here. Okay, and let's add another player who will also bowl. Maybe Baba Azam will also bowl. Let's put Baba over there. Okay, so those are the two teams or two players that are going to bowl first. And remember, with this particular data, you don't do any calculation. All the calculations are done in there. There is nothing you do on calculations. Every calculation is done automatically. So all that you need to do is to add your add the data. Okay, all you need to do is to add the data. So let's go ahead. Okay, so from what we've selected, we have selected names, players who are going to play. So we'll save it. Okay, as I said earlier, we are using batting first and then bowling first. Okay, we are just using batting first and bowling first. I'm sorry for the bad sound that I have today. I think so many noises in it. This section over here is a guideline. This is the two players we've selected for batting, and so we have two segments here. We have the first play and then the second play. The first play on T20, that is when one team bats and then the other team bowls, and when the table turns, the other team will bowl and then the other team will bat. Okay, so that is what we have here. So when you look at here, we have added only two teams or two players in here. Let's say the first section, the first player to bat at the top there, it will be Ajinja Rahena, who is on bat 1. Okay, so let's select bat 1 here. When we look at this, this is our guideline to select what we want to select here. So we decided to select BT. Okay, that is Ajinja. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it right. So we select BT1. Okay, so Ajinja comes here. Okay, this is what we have here. And then on the second line of also, let's select Pujara. Pujara is on BT2, so Pujara will be selected from BT2. When we select BT2, Pujara comes here. Okay, so we have these players well set already, and when we come here also, we have two players. We have Asif and then Azam. Okay, so let's say Asif will do the bowling first. Okay, so Asif is already selected. and when we want to change it, we come here and we select we look at the reference that we have here, that is Azam. Okay, Azam is bowler 2, that is bowler 2. We select bowler 2 and immediately you see Azam moves in here. And remember, all these sections over here are populated automatically, so the more the scores are moving up, the much all this data increases. So as I said earlier, calculations and everything, tabulations and everything has been done already, so the system is packed and full. Let's start from the button. Okay, so let's say let's select which player is going to bat first. Okay, so when you look at this over here, this one will determine which player is batting first. So when I select on Rahina gets this green button over here. Okay, this green thing pops up here, and when the other team decide to bat, okay, when I click on the other team to bat, you see we have this over here. Okay, so let's start with the first team. Let's start with the first player, that is Ajinja. Let's add random data to what we have. So Rahina, we say Rahina 2 on the first button, and then maybe we go to bowling, and then we come down here. This is exactly where we put the information. We say the bowler had the wickets. Okay, wickets, W for wickets. Okay, look at this section over here. When you see this section, you understand what I mean by that. So you see all these sections over here: W for wicket, WD for wider, and then NB for no ball. Okay, so when I say wickets and then WD for wider, okay, let me choose small letters, wider, and then wickets, and then NB, no ball. Okay, so look at what we have here. It is filling information over here. He had 1 here, bowler, he had 2 here, he had 3 here. Okay, let's say he had 6 here. Okay, all these informations are being populated here. After that, we save it, and when you go to our project here, okay, our file over here, let's select the first one. Okay, so this is what we see over here. We are dealing with Asif is bowling right now. Asif Ali, okay, this is his information. Okay, Asif Ali has given out 12 runs. Okay, so this is his scores that he's having. And then Raj also has 2. Okay, this is the Raj, this is where Raj information is. That is the button. Okay, this is button. This is where Raj's information is. We have 4. Okay, so when we save it, look at the data here. Okay, you see it has increased. Okay, and then when we go here, we say 6. Okay, and we save it. Okay, so you see what we have here. It has also increased over here. Azam is going to bowl, so we go to the dashboard, we select Azam. I think Azam is bowler 2. Okay, so we select bowler 2. So Azam is now going to bowl. Azam has no information over there, so we go to the data. We say Azam has so just input the data that you wanted. Just input the scores that you wanted to put. Okay, these ones are just dummy scores. We say 0. Okay, we say 0. We save, and then we go to the next one. We say 1, and we save. Okay, you see we are having data there, and then we go to the next one. We say wickets. Okay, we say wickets, W for wickets. That is what we see here, W for wickets, and then we save it. Okay, so we go to the other section, that is WD for wider, WD for wider, and we also save that, and you see WD over here for wider. Okay, so this one will also give you the second play. Okay, the second play, so you apply the same way or the same tactics or the same way we did the first one. You apply the same thing also here. Okay, so when we go here, as you can see, we have data selected in there or data populated in there. Okay, this particular data was automatically generated, and right now we say the high 6, okay, is Rahani has high 6. Okay, and then we have other informations over here. We said the maximum wickets, the player with maximum wickets, Azam. Okay, maximum wickets.